Okay guys, we're gonna run the Losi lasernut again. Now I ran it a couple times. I broke it the first time I ran it. Haven't really done a video since then. I've recorded a few, but they never quite turned out good enough to make a video about them, so I haven't posted any since then. So this time we're gonna do a little video. I'm gonna run it at the same spot that I broke it the first time, because it really is a pretty decent place. We're not going to launch it big or anything like that, but that was the one thing I wanted to go over with this truck, buggy, is it's not really a hardcore basher. It's a hardcore scale basher, and there is a difference. I think a lot of people don't understand that, like the UDR, the Baja Rays by Losi. There's a lot of scale replicas that are meant to still be run fast, still plenty capable, but this thing isn't made for backflips. This thing isn't made to be a Creighton, an Outcast, you know, any of those. This is a scale basher rig you can have fun with, and if played with or ran appropriately, it's actually not a bad car. You know, it's just not made to be beat the crap out of. I mean, it's really not made to do everything you can to see and wait until it breaks, because it's just not built that way. Overall though, the look of the vehicle is awesome. Scale of the vehicle is awesome. The lights, I mean, all of that is a really good job. The components are pretty decent. They probably could have did a little better job on making sure that all the drive lines and stuff were appropriate length, because some of the dog bones do pop out. I've heard in other videos, like mine, I think the reason mine broke in the front, where I broke the drive shaft, was because the front drive shaft popped out and probably popped back in and it just broke it. I'm just going to assume that's kind of what happened. But anyway, let's run this thing. I do not think that it's a bad vehicle. I think you got to buy a vehicle that is appropriate for what you're wanting to do with it. If you want something that's going to jump sky high, get a 6S Creighton, 6S something else. This is not what this, and it's pretty capable. It's quite fast. I mean, it's about 50 miles an hour almost. I did speed run it. It doesn't really speed run very well on pavement. It's kind of crazy, out of control, but in the dirt areas it does pretty good, and it's pretty quick. It's just fun to drive. And once I even had to like put my mind to, this is what this vehicle's for. And then once I drove it a few times with that mindset, that it's not meant to be this or that, I actually started having a lot more fun with it. You know, it was always fun from the beginning, but when you buy a vehicle and it breaks on the first run, you kind of get a little bit of a disappointment. But this is the kind of terrain and stuff this thing is meant to do. You know, the suspension works really well. It drives nice. The tires work better than expected. The thing rips pretty good. I mean, it's definitely not bad. It does jump really well. You just got to make sure you get it landing flat. You don't need to do, you don't want to do too many off camber jumps, and get it to where it's going to break the drive lines or hit it at too many funky angles. One thing I will say though is I did try to do like this rock racer-y thing where I tried to run it over some rocks and stuff. It's not a rock racer. It's too long, it's too low to the ground. It just beats the living crap out of the chassis. Ooh. Definitely not a rock racer. Ooh, that was a little bit more than I wanted, but the things I've come across that I don't like is where the switch is. It's down here, getting hit by dirt, and after the third run, the switch was already hardly not working because it's so full of dust. Come get some. Probably being the most rough on it now that I've ever been, and it seems to be okay. All right, guys, that was 2 runs in a row where I've pretty much ran it like that. This one was even a little rougher and no brakes, no problems. I've only had the 1 brake and no drive lines popping out or anything. And it's actually a lot of fun. I'm starting to like this truck, this buggy, a lot more the more I drive it. I think you got to go into it with the expectation of what it's capable of. And then after that, you drive it appropriately and get used to how the truck handles. And yeah, it ends up getting a little better and better each time you drive it. So far so good. I don't know if it's worth $7.99. The body is pretty awesome though. Anyway, guys, hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to always support your local hobby shop. Thank you.